A very good morning, a good evening, and good afternoon, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so very much for joining this episode. Episode number 1688. We are talking about work. In this episode, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us for the very first time, it's a daily show where we talk about purpose, we talk about productivity, we talk about resilience every working day. God has given us the grace to do so. And so in the middle of this series, we are going strongly talking about work. It's become very extremely interesting. And I thought I would just do a few episodes and it ends. But work is a subject matter that matters to all human beings, every individual. We need to say the word work like we're not scared of it. We need to say the word work like it's not a curse. We need to say the word work like it's the biggest blessing. It's the number one blessing for the human being. Work. Through work we are human. Through work we remain human. Through work we maintain what we're supposed to maintain. Through work we grow. Through work we increase. Through work we develop. Through work we invent. Through work we innovate. We've been talking about the different facets of work, and today we're going to continue talking about another facet, even as we already started talking about it in the past 3 or so episodes. So stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
So this is the recap. This is a massive recap for what we've done so far. We've said that there are about several facets of work. And the first facet is that through work we exemplify creation. Work is exemplified through creation. If your work doesn't include any one bit of creation, any facet of creation, you might be bored at the end of the day and you might feel like, why am I here? What am I doing in this life of mine? Creation will have aspects of innovation, aspects of invention, aspects of research, and so on. But you're bringing something new, something different, something this world has never seen before, probably. Or something this world has seen, a composite of something this world has seen. But you've connected it with other things and you've innovated. All right. You can go back, please, to the previous episodes and just check it out. Secondly, your work is exemplified through growth and increase. You're causing growth, you're causing increase. If you oversee work where there's deterioration, it's a problem there. You need to walk out of office. Okay? If you are the president of a particular country and the policies that you've set into place are not working, you've been at the helm for 20 years, walk out, man. Your work is not seeing any increase. It's not seeing any productivity. That's not work. That's spoiling. That's killing. That's destroying. That's destruction. That's not work. So your work and my work should have that element of growth and increase. And then your work is going to be exemplified through going global. Going global doesn't mean that 8 billion people know about your work. No, it just means that in every place where the human beings are, every continent, there are pockets of people who can benefit from the solution that you're offering. And invariably, this kind of work is normally your life's work. How does it go global? It goes global organically. In other words, you don't set your heart and say, I am going to go global. No, you just say, I'm going to put my hands on this plow. This is what I love. This is my passion. And before you know it, it starts blessing other people and blessing other people and so on. And then with this world of technology and so on, you can find that if you tell other people about what you do, you find that other people in other areas of this world will want your service. Fourthly, we are saying that your work is exemplified through ruling, and we've done a very big introduction to that particular aspect of work in the past 2 episodes. Please go back and check them out. Very extremely powerful. So the question we're answering starting today about work being exemplified through ruling is this: how exactly do I rule? Number 1, you rule by finding your purpose. How do you rule? How do you rule? You rule by finding your purpose. I do tell you this. It's my honest belief that anybody who hasn't discovered why they are here, haven't discovered why they were born, haven't discovered their purpose, I do believe that for the most part, what they are doing is not necessarily ruling through their work. It is fending for their lives so that they can be able to put food on the table, and then they can be able to eat. But when you start finding your purpose, which is your life's work, the components of purpose involve you, first of all, having a villain, as in something that you're up against. If you're an inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, motivating speaker, what's your villain? Your villain is status quo. Your villain is average lives. Your villain is uninspired lives, unmotivated lives. You're fighting against that. And so when you stand up and you deliver a speech that moves people, you are ruling. That's your life's work. Once you've found your purpose, I do believe that you can start ruling. So what do you stand for? What do you stand up against? Your purpose is the one answer to such questions. You will notice that your purpose is not for your benefit. Say this over and over again. It's not primarily for your benefit. You will not find someone's purpose primarily being for their benefit. That is not purpose. You might call it purpose, but it is not. See, purpose is the intention of the creator over something. The microphone has its purpose. Whoever created this microphone intended for it to bless me, to solve my problem and your problem also. So the microphone is not living for itself. See, purpose is service at the end of the day. A salesperson who hasn't understood this will not sell much. A salesperson needs to be someone who cares, has compassion, and solves a problem by providing a solution. So when you come to sell me a brush, for example, what is my problem? My problem is an untidy environment, for example, a dirty environment. What is your solution? This feather brush that is made up of male ostrich feathers, and it sweeps so well, it removes 100% of the dust. Not like those insecticides that they normally advertise. They kill 99% of doo-doos, insects dead. Anyway, I'm digressing. But purpose is about service. When you're serving, see, what did Jesus say about service? He said, the greatest among you shall be your servants. Servants are rulers. They are ruling over something. Once you've found your purpose, you've already found the place of rulership and your place of authority, which we're going to talk about sooner or later. You've found those places. Your place of leadership is not necessarily through the ballot box. Of course, it could be, because again, and let me just go there by the way, what we have known these days as leaders ain't leaders. Those are imposters. Those are pretenders. These days, people have turned leadership, rulership into business. They go in there quote unquote, to eat. In fact, they normally say it's our turn to eat. That's why, stupidly, you find a leader saying it's our clan is the one that is in power. That is not leadership. It ain't leadership at all. Leadership is devoid of this clamoring for a piece of cake. It is about service. It's about offering a service, offering a solution. So the higher you go in the echelons of leadership, the higher the responsibilities are. It is service delivery. It is not just stamping. It is not being served. It is not being driven in high-end cars and being protected at all costs. That is the worst form of leadership. We call it leadership. It's not leadership at all. It is not at all. Leadership is purpose, service. That's it. We rule through our purpose. So we see very many guys who are saying they want to go to the ballot box and to be voted in and so on. At their hearts of hearts, they hate people. They love themselves so much. They just want to increase their financial muscle, their financial territory. They just want to wield the sword, if you get my drift. Want to wield the sword and cut people short, cut people to size. They don't want to work. Even the so-called governments that we have today, they are encumbered with people who are crazy. They are not leaders at the heart. They are not even ruling. They are not serving nobody. It's innuendo, just thumping. Lies. Every working day a lie here against your competitor. Oh, my competitor this, my competitor. Shut up and serve people. That's why you're a leader. Let's see some results. There was a leader who served Kenya, the third president of Kenya. Is it the third or the fourth? The third president of Kenya. He came to the realm at such a point in time that the previous regime, every time there was news, it started with the face of the existing president. Normal position, facing right, on all news channels. Of course, there were just 2 news channels. It will be a sin for news to start without that man's face and whatever he did and whatever he said. Dominated the news, dominated people's psyches, but ran down the economy. And then came Mwai Kibaki, third president of the Republic of Kenya. People craved to see the face of that man. They will not see him. Once in a blue moon, once in 2 months, once in 2 weeks, that when you hear him speaking. But he set to work and he served. And we know today, we look back, he served. Some of us were born where in the village there was no electricity, there was no water, there was no tarmac road. He is not my tribesman. But within 5 years, within 3 years of his tenure, we had electricity. Things that we marveled at other counties when you travel. You're like, we are so backward. You don't know what, he served. Okay. So find your purpose. Your place of leadership is not necessarily through the ballot. It can be. But it can also be through finding where you were born, why you were born, what you were born to do. It makes all of us to become leaders. Tomorrow we're going to continue talking about these things, but until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.